My social worker at the Tilton Outreach Clinic starts telling me everything's going to be okay. No, it's not. It's not. So much to the fact that I had a seizure while in this meeting with her. In December 3rd, 2019, my doctor finally said, "You can't work anymore. You can't work anymore." So now the fight begins. Well, yes, I can. I'm doing it because I have to pay a mortgage, car payments, food, etc., etc., etc. Finally, my social worker came in and said, "Jeff, you're done. It's time to admit you fought the fight. You're done." Okay, I'm done. What does that mean? That means that you got a letter from the Veterans Administration stating that you can no longer work. In 1981, we did a permanent change of station, PCS, to Schofield Barracks, Hawaii, 3rd of the 13th Field Artillery. While there, out in the field, I suffered a broken neck and a traumatic brain injury. Ended up falling on a log. Don't remember the accident, don't remember anything. Only thing I remember is waking up in the hospital. Fractured C3 and C4 vertebrae. And yes, my prognosis was I would never walk again. In the emergency room, the doctor said, would you like to have your wife in here? She was 21 years old, beautiful girl, and didn't need to be saddled with this. She came in and she said, we will battle this together. Things were getting better, but it was still, the prognosis was I'd never work again. So once I had enough movement in this arm, I actually stole a sandbag and hid it underneath my blanket on my left side, so that when nobody was there, I would do exercises with it, getting to be able to move, range of motion a little bit more. And believe it or not, it actually was helping more than hurting. I was actually put into what they call a halo. If you can imagine a colander on the top of your head with bolts going all around your neck and your head to keep yourself perfectly still, that's what I was discharged from the hospital with. I was able to go home. I was put on what they call a permanent profile back then until more therapy, walking extremities. I was no longer able to be in the field artillery, which is a combat arms MOS. So I was medically reclassified to combat service support. In 1995, the Army started to downsize. They started offering something called the SSB, Selective Service Bonus, which is almost like a severance pay. And I took it, I elected it. In 1995, I got out of the Army. Honorable discharge. I've been driving a truck since 1995 when I got out of the military. In 2018, I am now shifting an 18-wheeler with my left hand because I can lift this foot up to hold the steering wheel, shift, then put it down and continue to drive, because this arm is just completely useless. Once my doctor and my nurse at the VA heard about this, they're like, dude, you're done. You're done. The doctor said, Jeff, you can't drive, you can't shift with your left hand a tractor trailer. You're unsafe. And the scariest part about that is I knew I was unsafe, but the fact that I had to provide for my family overrode the safety aspects. So I can no longer work. No money coming in. No money coming in. VA could take up to a year for your claims to get finished. Social Security, 4 to 6 months. No money coming in. Don't know what to do. Have absolutely no idea what to do. Shannon Libby, my social worker in Tilton, she goes, there are organizations out there that can help you. Help me how? Well, you're a disabled veteran with injuries. They're there to help you. Shannon told me about the New Hampshire National Guard Assistance Center. And I meet a person called Carrie Ann, who gives me the name of Julie Weymouth, the Homeland Heroes Foundation. First phone call with Julie Weymouth, what do you need? Told her what was going on. The next day we had fuel cards and food cards. Fast forward a couple more days. Hi Jeff, it's Julie. I've got $1,000. What do you want us to do with it? Before I could even get back to her, hi Jeff, it's Julie. I got another $500. What can we do? Called her back, and it was taken care of. The amount of people out there that are willing to help you just because not even just because you're a disabled veteran, but because you are a veteran, is so humbling, it's unbelievable. It's changed our life. I don't know where we would have been over the last 2 months if people like Julie, Homeland Heroes Foundation, and it took Shannon Libby, my social worker, telling me, you got hurt while on active duty, whether it be combat or non-combat, you're damaged. That was the turning point for me. It made it okay to ask for help. So with the help of people like the Homeland Heroes Foundation, you might not be where you want to be, but today is better than yesterday. People want to help. People want to help, and they do help. Today's a good day. Don't know if it's going to be as good as tomorrow, but today's a good day.